Hi, and thank you for taking the time to watch this important message being brought to you by the Benton County Sheriff's Office. I'm Captain Ed Motzinger, a veteran law enforcement officer and resident of Benton County. The purpose of this brief communication is to share critical information about the ongoing construction on I-49 between South Fayetteville and North Bentonville. Each day, thousands of motorists navigate the more than 20 miles of I-49 that serve as the primary north-south corridor for Northwest Arkansas traffic, and each travels through construction zones that have temporarily modified or altered normal traffic conditions. If you are one of those motorists, I don't have to tell you that some of those areas are challenging, with more than 150 collisions occurring on I-49 during a recent 3-month period. First of all, seatbelt use is required in the state of Arkansas, and nowhere is compliance with seatbelt regulations more necessary than on Arkansas's highways and interstates. At 50 to 70 miles per hour, or even faster if you have a heavy foot, your vehicle can generate a jaw-dropping amount of momentum. That increased force translates to a more severe accident experience for anyone who is involved. The construction now taking place on I-49 further increases that risk. To meet that higher level of danger, state law restricts or limits certain behaviors within construction zones that would otherwise make matters worse. For instance, if you're cited for speeding in a construction zone where workers are present, your fines may be doubled. The speed limit on I-49 has dropped to 60 miles per hour in those areas where improvements are ongoing. It is my expectation, as well as the expectation of every area law enforcement professional in Northwest Arkansas, that you will fully comply with the posted speed limits on I-49. Research routinely demonstrates that a 10 mile per hour reduction in speed when observed by motorists can significantly increase survivability during collision events on highways and interstates. As a licensed driver in Arkansas, you should also know that cell phone usage in a construction zone is a secondary offense. That means that law enforcement will not pull you over for talking on your cell phone during a construction area, but it is an offense that can be addressed if you are pulled over for a separate violation such as speeding or following too closely. Texting on a cell phone is a different matter. You can be pulled over and cited for texting and driving in a construction zone. This is an extremely risky behavior, with recent studies suggesting that you are more than 20 times more likely to be involved in a motor vehicle collision if you are texting at the wheel. Experts have found that the average text sent by the average driver will involve not looking at the roadway for more than 4 seconds. If you're traveling 70 miles per hour, sending a text and not looking at the roadway ahead of you for 4 seconds, you will cover more than 400 feet blindly. Safe vehicle operation requires a full activation of your senses and a brain that is fully dedicated to the area outside of your car, truck, or SUV. Your windshield is not a TV screen. What happens on the other side of it can drastically alter your life or end it. Every inch of pavement on I-49 is one where life can be lost during a motor vehicle collision. But some areas represent a greater risk to motorists and their passengers. If you or someone you love dies in a collision on I-49, it will most likely be in the immediate vicinity of a merge lane. Merging at 60 to 70 miles per hour is always a dangerous maneuver. It's risky for the merging operator, and it's risky for traffic that already occupies the intended roadway. A merging driver cannot fully assess traffic at his or her rear until they are parallel with the lane in which they wish to enter. A merge lane is typically no more than 300 to 400 feet in length. That means that a merging motorist has a handful of seconds available for entry, and they must search for an entry point while they are accelerating to match the speed of established traffic. If you occupy a lane on a highway or interstate, one that connects with a merged lane, you will normally see merging traffic long before it sees you. In my career, I've investigated many accidents where drivers have reminded me that it was not their responsibility to make sure that it was clear for the other drivers to merge. Let me be clear on this. If someone dies in a motor vehicle collision where multiple vehicles are involved, there is little comfort felt by those parties who are able to claim that they were in the right. In other words, the goal is safe cooperation. Ignoring other motorists who are trying to merge will increase the level of danger for them, and it will increase the level of threat to you and to your passengers. When you encounter a merge point on I-49, one where there is also a concrete wall that has narrowed the overall available space for driver's response, then you are the most dangerous area on that stretch of highway. Sure, a bad collision can happen anywhere on I-49, but when it happens at a restricted space merge point, it is often worse because there is nowhere for traffic to go. What I want to do next is tell you 5 key behaviors that are essential for safe travel on I-49. These are the items that you must understand and strive to master. First, do not exceed the posted speed limit on I-49. It's simply too risky to do so. Next, stay off your cell phone. My advice is to put your phone down at all times when driving, but at the very least, you should be off your phone within a construction zone. No texting. This is a primary offense, which means law enforcement can and will stop you for texting at the wheel. Next, limit passing in any construction area where traffic does not have access to a shoulder or median. If there is no shoulder, no escape point, then you should be very selective when it comes to overtaking another vehicle. Finally, increase your follow distance at merge locations where road width is reduced. You should follow no closer than 2 seconds, and that is when weather and lighting conditions are ideal. When it's dark or wet outside, 2 seconds may not be adequate. How dangerous is I-49? Well, that all depends on you. If you will use discipline at the wheel, stay off of your phone, and stay focused on what is happening in the roadway around you, then the odds of safe arrival will improve dramatically for you and those around you. On behalf of area law enforcement, thank you for your time. Please be safe out there and make it easier for others to do the same.